Hey, Big Kenny.
Hey, Charlie P.
Have you ever ridden in an Amish buggy before?
No, but I've ridden on some horses. Does that count?
Oh, hold your horses, because I'm about ready to raise you some horsepower.
I like horsepower. I like horsepower.
Let me show you.
That looks like a jet engine to me.
Oh, that's a jet engine. But don't worry, BK. I wouldn't put you in any danger that I wouldn't be in.
Well, I trust you, Charlie.
Oh, yeah.
I trust you.
If it rides, glides, floats or flies, or moves otherwise, human-powered or motorized, combustion or electrified, modified, specialized, one-of-a-kind, customized, wheels, wings, jets or slides, as long as it rides, sounds like something we want to see, right here on Big Kenny's Crank It Up Garage TV.
Charlie, Liz, today is the day we finally get to see the Thunder Buggy. Yeah.
All right, so guess what?
Yeah.
Chad and Mike are waiting on us. We're excited to be here. Amish Thunder Buggy, roll.
All right, let's see this.
There they are.
Whoa!
Yeah!
Brothers! Brothers! Chad, good to see you.
We had these stars coming to Little Holmes County to see us and see what we created, which we never thought anybody would be interested, let alone stars like Big Kenny and Charlie.
Well, first of all, thank y'all for taking your time today.
Absolutely.
We're looking forward to having ourselves a good time and seeing this Thunder Buggy take off, man. So this is as good as it gets. Yeah.
Get closer.
Man, I gotta see it. I gotta see it. Wow!
It no doubt looks like an Amish buggy.
No doubt, we're on an airport in Amish country looking at an Amish buggy. But Charlie, it's got a jet engine on the back. That's just outrageous. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, my first question is, why did you do this? Chad says, because.
And then one day it just came to me. I'm like, we live in the largest Amish capital of the world. Nobody's ever done an Amish buggy with a jet engine. Called Mike and I told him, I said, this is what we're gonna do. And
Sounded pretty cool to me. I said, I'm in.
he thought it was pretty crazy.
Our answer is, why do we do it? Because
We designed something that has never been designed before.
we decided that we wanted to create something unique and special.
What a great answer to a question like that, because they knew deep down in their hearts that it was gonna bring, smiles to people. It's gonna bring joy to people. The kids were gonna look at it in astonishment.
And without Mike, I couldn't have done it.
We're both good wrench turners. I'm good in electrical. He's very good in metalworking. Our talents kind of came together on this project and created something unique and special.
Hang tight. When we come back, Charlie and I are gonna crank it up.
Holy moly! I think we're all ready for a smoke show. Brothers and sisters, it's time to have the overkill crank it up. Crank it up.
We are at Exit Inn, which is one of the most historic nightclubs in Nashville, Tennessee.
Jimmy Buffett says that the Exit Inn was the first place that gave him a place to play when he was living in Nashville.
One of the places to get to play that was just like a bucket list place in Nashville.
You know what I love about this show are the guests. And what I love about the guests are their openness and their honesty, and how they're willing to let the fans and let me into a place in their life maybe they hadn't let everybody else. And the little secrets. I learned, listen, I did a show with my dad. I learned something from my dad, and I've lived with him my whole life. I've known him since the day I was born, obviously. But I learned a little bit of something about Richard Petty that I didn't know. And when you can sit down with your parents and learn something. Or you can sit down with a Herschel Walker or a Darius Rucker and learn a little bit of something that you haven't seen in the paper, that you haven't seen in a fan magazine, or being friends with some of these guys that they've never told you before, then that, to me, are the nuggets, the hidden nuggets. But, you know, just watching them open up for fans has been spectacular.
Let's go, baby! Welcome to Circle's Country Countdown, where we make the lists, our panelists fill in the blanks, and you fire social media messages at us to let us know what you think.
So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Then you're gonna love this. Power couples check. Hairdos, yes please.
He's got better hair than I do.
Outlaws, 10-4.
He's dangerous.
Get ready for the rowdiest show in primetime.
Hi, I'm Clint Black. Tune in for my show, Talking in Circles. This week, I interview my buddy, Mr. Nice Guy, Steve Warner.
First time I was ever in Nashville. We drive by RCA on Music Row. I told my dad, I go, pull around. We might see Chet Atkins. So we pull in and I go to the back door and I open the door and I walk in. Dolly Parton and Porter Wagoner are standing from here to that column. And I'm like in the middle of their session. I went, shut it real quick, you know.
Tonight at 10, 9 Central, after the Opry.
Hey everybody, Bobby Bones here, host of Opry Live. Circle Network is excited to start texting with you. We'll send some fun, personalized messages just for you, and sometimes someone special may be sending them. Maybe some of my friends, maybe even me.
This is Davis Love III. Catch me on Dinner Drive with Kyle Petty, only on Circle.
I knew I'd find you on the putting green.
Making putts. My son Drew added up the miles that I've walked playing golf, and it was 2 times around the earth.
You actually know how to work this.
I do know how to run these smokers. They see an hour on TV. They don't see 20 years of getting ready for that moment.
Catch Dinner Drive, exclusively on Circle.
Wheels. I mean, I start thinking about jet engines and wheels on the ground, but now I'm realizing, you know, it's not, the wheels are not what's putting torque on the ground, you know? So we don't have to worry necessarily about the rubber flying off the wheels and these, I mean, what are these wheels made out of? Are they wood?
No, these are actually fiberglass.
So fiberglass wheel spokes, still got a rubber tread on it. Did you do anything to the bearings?
We put good quality bearings in it.
Yeah, I was envisioning an old rusty bolt through a block of good hard oak or something, you know?
Yep.
But so I'm glad to hear about bearings, but man, let's take a look at this engine here. This is just insanity. So Chad, how does a man go about getting himself a jet engine to go on an Amish buggy?
Believe it or not, eBay.
So give us a little rundown of like, how's this bad boy work?
Well, compressed air, then we creates a fireball basically that creates thrust.
This is your power section here. That's what generates all the power right there. Thrust comes out the back.
So is it pulling air, like from the front?
Yes, from the front. It's the
so
intakes in the front.
Does your head feel like it's going?
No, not that
bad. Not that bad. So the big red part up there, that's the compressor section. So air's drawn in there, and that's where it's compressed and then fed through the burner cans here, where the fuel ignites with the air, and it's pushed out the back through the power section and out the jet.
And you're saying like big fireball, sort of?
That's the afterburner section. Yeah. So we introduce fuel into the tailpipe and ignite it to create more thrust.
Well, the danger with the buggy is we have an engine spinning at 33,000 RPM with fuel running through it. We're purposely creating fire out the back. We have no roll cage. We have no safety mechanisms you expect in a vehicle going this fast. And the danger is real. If something happens, that engine burns up, it's gonna happen very, very quickly.
All right, quick question. How much does this engine weigh?
About 250 pounds.
And
that's
what?
Light.
Yeah.
That's no more than Charlie. 2 Charlies.
2 Charlies.
2 Charlies.
But I'm seeing a couple maybe different things here on some bracing and trying to figure out what the original buggy would look like You had to handle some kind of weight distribution, right?
It was the axle metal or wood on it when you got it?
This is all metal. It was originally metal. A lot of Amish buggies will have a single spring in the rear. We did have them put dual springs on. This would normally be a...
this piece here was actual oak.
But we took it off and mimicked a steel subframe that runs up the length underneath the engine to support some of the weight and carry it all the way through as a package.
In all reality, we don't have that much more weight than it would typically carry a family around. So, you know, but we just, for stability, we wanted to put the 2 double springs on to make it a lot more stable.
Where's the gas tank on this thing?
The gas tank's actually underneath, right here. We had it custom built.
Jet fuel only. I should have just made my way around and would have seen it.
So, I mean, how much fuel does this bad boy burn?
Normal operating without afterburner, about 25 to 30 gallons an hour. But when we're playing with the afterburner and the big fire, we'll burn 30 gallons in 10 minutes or less.
Perfect. So it's got a fuel filter on this side, and the looks like a radiator on the other side. That's
oil cooler.
Oil.
Yep.
Oil cooler. And I see it looks like you've added some air springs up here.
Yes.
So I see a fluid reservoir under here. I guess speaking of brakes, y'all, you got disc brakes on it?
Disc brakes, believe it or not, those are factory disc brakes. You can find them on Amish buggies all the time.
Yep.
This isn't just something you can like get on YouTube and you know, type in how do I build a jet propulsion Amish buggy. No, this is a lot of some great minds coming together and figuring out how to do something that is just ridiculous. That's super cool, man. I'm looking forward to firing it up.
Well, we'll do that later today. We kind of
later today. What do we got to wait for?
Well, we got a little surprise for you.
Surprise!
Oh, we like surprises.
Surprise!
We love
surprises.
Absolutely. We're going to give you a tour of Amish country from the air.
Oh man, that's fantastic. From the air? What do you mean?
From the air.
From the air.
I thought we were keeping it on the ground today.
No, not today.
We're going to get in the air a little bit.
Okay. All right. We're going in the air. Let's go.
Okay.
Where's the air?
Right there.
Yeah.
Right there?
Right there.
That's the air?
That's the air.
You're gonna take us for a ride in that?
We are.
Yeah! More surprises, Charlie. Man, look at that.
Thought it'd be a good way to show you Amish country.
A nice little Citation CJ4.
That is some beautiful country. Wow. Wow. Appreciate that. That was really nice. Thank you.
So green, so pretty. Wow, man. Charlie, we just got us a jet plane ride. Over some beautiful country.
But guess what's next?
What's next?
Come on.
Come on. We're gonna get to ride with a jet engine on the Amish Thunder Buggy. Charlie, I think it's time to crank it up.
Congratulations, you're a rock star. Really got some swagger in your repertoire. Now you're a crank it up star. Everybody knows who you are. Like Hendrix on a flaming guitar. Congratulations, you're a rock star.
I don't even know what to say.
Coming up on this season of Authentic America, we meet some four-legged friends.
Down on the farm and in the wild.
Of course, we found some great food.
Some libations to wash it down with.
And we can't forget dessert.
And if you're into speed, we found it on the ground, in the air, and on the water.
And we see it all on two wheels on Authentic America.
The
Chances are, if it's a landmark, you already know about it.
You feel the history.
There is something there that is just spiritual.
It is the mother church of country music.
There's a vibe and electricity.
This is a special place.
This is the best music in the world.
It never gets old to be in that room.
These places need to be celebrated.
Charlie, I think that filming Crank It Up Garage was one of the coolest, funnest, most awesome experiences that we've ever had.
I can't argue with you, Kenny. From concept right here in your garage to the road to visiting the cool people in America and seeing some bills that, honestly, one of the best times of my life.
How about those shops, man? How about the shops? Talking about tools, man, and talented people. But man, I cannot wait for the audience, for all of y'all out there to see and hear these stories, to meet these amazing, talented, creative, super hardworking individuals and how they take ideas from concept to reality and create some of the coolest rides in the world, man. If it rides, glides, floats, or flies, or moves otherwise, you're gonna see it right here on Big Kenny's Crank It Up Garage TV on Circle.
Hi, I'm Clint Black. Tune in for my show, Talking in Circles. This week, I interview my buddy, Mr. Nice Guy, Steve Wariner.
First time I was ever in Nashville. We drive by RCA on Music Row. I told my dad, I go, pull around. We might see Chet Atkins. So we pull in and I go to the back door and I open the door and I walk in. Dolly Parton and Porter Wagner are standing from here to that column. And I'm like in the middle of their session. I went, shut it real quick, you know.
Tonight at 10, 9 Central, after the Opry.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
I almost blew my hat off.
Chad, unbelievable. That is officially ridiculous, man. The Thunder Buggy rules. The Thunder Buggy rules.
Awesome.
Great stuff. Man, it is loud.
Wow.
Well, we like it loud. Yeah. I can't stand here and watch this and not want to get in there and just feel that experience one time.
I'm ready.
You gotta let me. You gotta let me.
Well,
what do you think?
Nobody else has ever ridden this or driven it before.
For real?
You would be the very first.
We are putting a couple of big stars into a vehicle that could explode, catch on fire, do something pretty terrible.
I do have a fire suit that would fit you.
Perfect.
But I don't have a fire suit for kids.
Did you tell him to say that?
No, I didn't tell him to say that.
I bet you did.
I didn't tell you. Charlie, what
That's all right. No love for the short guys, man. No.
Hey, y'all get Charlie's box so he's got something to stand up on so make sure everybody can see him. I would never say anything like that, Charlie. We want you in your best light, Charlie. We just don't want you to light on fire. And once again, let me repeat, this is a jet engine strapped onto an Amish carriage, thus the Amish Thunder Buggy.
Listen, I'm not gonna BS anybody. The truth, I thought kind of seeing this thing, I had no problem. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get in this thing and I'm gonna drive it. But once I really saw it and heard it fire up, there was some second thoughts. There's no doubt about it.
I was extremely nervous, putting Kenny and Charlie in the buggy, while it was running. It's a very finicky machine. Things can go wrong, and if they go wrong very fast.
Well, I'm so glad that you didn't have a suit for me, because you just turned Big Kenny into Big Bird.
I'm not Big Bird, Charlie. I'm a sunflower.
That you are, that you are.
Matter of fact, the first thing that went through my head when I'm sitting there in it and that engine first cranked up is Charlie's hair, Charlie's hair, Charlie's hair. Oh no, Charlie's hair is gonna get sucked into the engine. But then I went, nah, we're dealing with some smart folks here and they've already taken that into consideration. So Charlie, I just want you to know I love you and I was thinking about you.
I hope John Rich is not watching this episode because he might not be too happy with me strapping his partner into this thing.
Next thing you know, I wasn't thinking about no more Charlie's hair. I was thinking about getting on that runway, keeping this thing straight. You know, when something's moving this fast, it pretty much needs to be pointed straight, especially with a wheel and steering system on it like this. I mean, imagine you get those thrusters going and you try to make a hard turn. This is not NASCAR, brothers and sisters. This bad boy goes up on two wheels. It's gonna be flipping over and tanks busting and fuel spraying out and flames going up everywhere. It's not the kind of thing you necessarily want to see when you're on your first Thunder Buggy ride. Holding the thruster exactly where it needed to be and heading down that runway and feeling what this bad boy could do. And next thing you know, woo, I'm riding down the runway in the Thunder Buggy, yeah! And this is fun. And when I got down to the end of the tarmac, I'm thinking to myself, I'm going a little fast. What am I gonna do? And I remembered, just pull off the thruster, pump the brake once, then pump it again. There's gonna be a turn to your left, and you'll be coming back around, you just straighten her back up. Felt that thruster going forward just a little bit, and then my afterburners kicking in, the smoke piling out the back of it, and I'm going, this is it, this is it, this is it. This is Big Kenny piloting a Thunder Buggy! Went past the camera crew on the first run and said, I'm gonna get at least one more good swipe out of this bad boy. Went to the other end of the runway, turned her around again. That turn was just a little more of a hairpin than the first. But since I'd had the experience of the first turn, it had built up my confidence that I could turn this bad boy just a little bit sharper if I could possibly get it to slow down just enough there at the end of the runway, that we could straighten her back up and kick those thrusters in again. And what a feeling, what a feeling, what a feeling. I have now officially got the credentials to pilot an Amish Thunder Buggy.
And that is why we wanted to make this show right there. Because there is only one other person in the world that has driven the Amish Thunder Buggy than you.
That's right, and that's the man standing right there,
The
Chad.
creator.
And there'll only be a third person in the world to ever drive,
Is that gonna be me?
to ever pilot the Amish Thunder Buggy. And that is this man right here, Charlie Panacci.
I'm ready.
I was concerned about Charlie. Then to see Charlie hop in that bad boy and take off like he did. And
This thing behind me ripping at 180 decibels was louder than the last metallic.
see all that smoke billowing out and everything. I'm telling you what, man, Charlie stands 10 feet tall everywhere he goes.
So to be one of 3 people in the world to be in the cockpit of that Thunder Buggy, to be honest, it felt better than my first record deal.
We're dead, right? You did it, man. We're Thunder Buggy pilots. The Amish Thunder Buggy is the kind of things that we need to spend more of our time on a daily basis celebrating. And I am absolutely honored to be here celebrating the Thunder Buggy here today.
Let's go, baby. Welcome to Circle's Country Countdown, where we make the lists, our panelists fill in the blanks, and you fire social media messages at us to let us know what you think.
So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Then you're gonna love this. Power couples check. Hairdos, yes please.
He's got better hair than I do.
Outlaws, 10-4.
He's dangerous.
Get ready for the rowdiest show in primetime.
Holy moly! I think we're all ready for a smoke show. Brothers and sisters, it's time to have the overkill crank it up. Crank it up.
We are at Exit Inn, which is one of the most historic nightclubs in Nashville, Tennessee.
Jimmy Buffett says that the Exit Inn was the first place that gave him a place to play when he was living in Nashville.
One of the places to get to play that was just like a bucket list place in Nashville.
Hi, I'm Clint Black. Tune in for my show, Talking in Circles. This week, I interview my buddy, Mr. Nice Guy, Steve Warner.
First time I was ever in Nashville. We drive by RCA on Music Row. I told my dad, I go, pull around. We might see Chet Atkins. So we pull in and I go to the back door and open the door and walk in. Dolly Parton and Porter Wagoner are standing from here to that column. And I'm like in the middle of their session. I went, shut it real quick. You know?
Tonight at 10, 9 Central, after the Opry.
This is Davis Love III. Catch me on Dinner Drive with Kyle Petty, only on Circle.
I knew I'd find you on the putting green.
Making putts. My son Drew added up the miles that I've walked playing golf, and it was 2 times around the earth.
You actually know how to work this.
I do know how to run these smokers. They see an hour on TV. They don't see 20 years of getting ready for that moment.
Catch Dinner Drive, exclusively on Circle.
It was fun, it was family, it was food, and it was flames. And when you hear these builders talk about how the time it took to put these things together and really what goes into it and all the joy it brings to all the people that get to see them, I'm happy that we can bring this to America.
The family support has been great. I mean, my wife is on board with it. She, of course, thought we were completely nuts, and I think she still thinks we're nuts. But the kids enjoy it. They enjoy going to the shows, and you know, if we're at a show, they'll sell T-shirts for us, and you know, they just like to be around it. You know, they like to be around people, and I think I'm influencing my kids, showing them that you know, when people say it can't be done, we get it done. And you know, that's always been instilled in me growing up from my father, my grandfather in business. You know, when people say it can't be done, you just push through it and you make it happen. To all the kids out there, just follow your dreams and think outside the box. You know, this is obviously way outside the box.
Our concern with the Amish community was important to us. We didn't want to create something that they were angry at us, of course, about or upset. To the Amish, this is a vehicle. It's not who they are. It's, you know, it's a tool, just like a car is a tool to us.
And to all the people out there in this community, I'd like to say thank you so much for opening your minds up to the possibilities. And the possibilities are absolutely huge. And one of the things I heard Brother Chad and Brother Mike say, man, is that dreams can come true. Dreams can come true. And this might be a crazy kind of dream, but I'm here today to bear testament to the fact that this dream is another dream that came through. I'm going to ask Doc Alaka Boom Boom to come in here and take the official Amish Thunder Buggy Crank It Up photo.
You think you got a custom creation to be seen on this show? Well, if it rides, glides, floats, or flies, submit your pictures at crankituptv.com.
Log on to crankituptv.com for more behind-the-scenes action.
How we doing? We doing good? Well, she was a South Georgia stunner, hotter than hell in July. We tasted heaven that summer, then said goodbye. Hell, I don't know why, 'cause we parked down by the river, steam up and wind us real good. Wish I could go back and see her, you know I would, Lord, if I could. Take it on back, take it on back, take it on back to where the grass is greener. Take it on back, back to when she and me, we were true believers. Loving all the things that come with it. Moonshine kisses, man, I miss it. Take it on back, back to the best I ever had. Take it on, let me hear you, come on. I wonder if she ever wonders if I'm thinking about her too. 'Cause I'm thinking I still love her if she only knew all I wanna do is take it on back, take it on back, take it on back to where the grass is greener. Take it on back, back to when she and me, we were true believers. Loving all the things that come with it. Moonshine kisses, man, I miss it. Take it on back to the best I ever had. Take it on. Let's go. Take it on back to the truck bed blanket, holding that girl till the sun come up. I said take it on back to a song and crank. Turn it up loud now, come on. Take it on back, back to where the grass is greener. Take it on back to when she and me, we were true believers. Loving all the things that come with it. Moonshine kisses, man, I miss it. Take it on back to the best I ever had. Take it on. What you say we take it on back tonight, Opry? That ain't loud enough. Are we feeling good tonight or what? Come on. Take it on. Yeah. Take it on. Thank you so much.
Well, if that isn't some good old glass-raising country music, I don't know what is. Chase Bryant right there, doing country his way. Now, coming up, the Bellamy Brothers will be doing it their way. Also tonight, making his solo Opry debut will be Joe Bonamassa, and a little later, MercyMe will be here. Hello, everybody. Natalie Stovall here, filling in for Bobby Bones, and welcome to Opry Live. First, I want to say a big hello to all of you watching on your local TV stations. We see you out there on Fox Channel 9 in Boise, and ABC Channel 7 in Tampa, and you there in Marquette, Michigan on NBC Channel 11. All of you watching streaming across the country on your local channels, your stations carry the Circle Network 24/7 on their sister digital channel. So you can watch all the other great Circle shows. They're right next door on a nearby channel. So check your program guide to find out where your Circle is, or go to circleallaccess.com/watch. You're gonna love what's out there. Well, I've been playing music for many years. I meet a lot of people with all kinds of interesting stories. And when I first heard that guy's songs, it was as if he'd taken all those stories and put them to music. His music is real life, so in my book, he is the real deal. That, my friends, is what country is all about. Here's Chase Bryant.
Woo! A couple years ago, I was on stage in Florida. I was hanging out in a couple of you Floridians in here, Floridans, whatever you call it. Standing on stage playing a fair somewhere, and I was in my room watching TV, and they said the coronavirus. I was like, that sounds pretty weird, and they were like, well, it could shut down the world. I was like, I got on stage, and it had a couple Coors Lights in my system. I said, I don't know what this corona thing is, but we're not going to stop playing at all. Hold on a second. The next day, I was in my house for the next, 2 years. I went back home to Texas, and yeah. Yeehaw. And I moved back home to Texas, made a record at a studio where Willie Nelson cut the Red-Headed Stranger record. And with a guy named John Randall, and we cut that record back home, and I wanted to make a genuine record after not putting a song out for a little over 4 years. And I wrote this song after listening to too much Willie Nelson and Christopherson, and trying a couple things that Willie tried. Anyways. Good evening, I'm Chase Bryant. I'm from Warners Grove, Texas. Well, I've been smoking that California smoke. Been pouring some Jack in my coat. Well, since you left me, I've been on the road, getting high, drunk, and heartbroken. Well, this grass, it ain't getting any greener. I can't sink in this glass any deeper. Damn right I'm missing you, baby, but I ain't picking up the phone, 'cause I'm too high, drunk, and heartbroken. Well, I'm so high, ever coming down. I'm drunk enough to say it way too loud. This pain ain't no joke. Well, since that's all she wrote, I'm getting high, drunk, and heartbroken. That's right. Well, no, Well, since that's all she wrote, I'm getting high, drunk, and heartbroken. Well, I've smoked all there is to smoke. There ain't no more Jack for my coat. I think I quit drinking. Hold on, I gotta finish. Everybody calm down. You ain't coming back, so I'll be right here all alone, getting high, drunk, and heartbroken. Well, I'm getting high. Well, I'm getting high, drunk, and heartbroken, yeah. Thank you so much. God bless country music. God bless the Grand Ole Opry. We're back.
Tonight's Opry performance is in association with Shriners Hospitals for Children.
Look at this standing ovation for Chase Bryant. Oh my goodness, so well deserved. What an incredible performance by this guy. I am so excited that we get to chat with him after that amazing performance.
Thank you so much.
I have never gotten to hear your voice soar the way it does on that last song.
Well, thank you. We just made a new record, and I just made a new record, and that was sort of just really the point for me, was to be able to just kind of come out as an artist and do what it was I felt comfortable doing, and was singing songs like that. So we've got a whole brand new record coming out July 16th with a whole lot of that. So
I cannot wait. I mean,
Thank you.
that's the first single off the record, right?
That was the first or second that had come out,
Wow.
and so we just, that was a live track we cut in the studio and just had fun doing it. And
You did that live. That's amazing.
yeah, we did that completely live, cut it live, and it was so fun, and to get to come out and do it tonight was awesome. And to
Is
see
that
you
the
has
first
been great.
time that you've played that song in front of a live
That
audience?
was the first time I think I've played that in front of a live audience. Yeah, by myself
Wow.
for sure. So.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, that is the start to an amazing album.
Yeah.
I cannot
Thank
wait
you.
to
Thank
hear
you so
the
much.
entire record, and you did that with John Randall, right?
I did that with John Randall. Yeah, man. What a buddy. What a
Yeah,
pal. Great guy to
pretty
make a record
amazing.
with. So.
Well, you sound incredible. We're so happy
Thanks
to
for
have you.
having me.
Standing
Appreciate it.
ovation for this guy. Did you see that? Oh my goodness, that was so cool. I love that I get to talk to the artists every once in a while after their performances. What a fun way to just get to capture that moment. Also, that was hilarious when I think when he said there's no more Jack in my Coke, someone went, "Aw." I don't know if y'all could hear that out there, but that's why everybody started erupting in laughter. Pretty amazing. Now, you guys, it is so good to be back at the Opry. I'm so happy to be here. And as always, we have lots of new shows that we're talking about. Now, we've talked about this one before, but I want to make sure and remind you guys of Landmarks, the Stages of Country Music. I actually just saw a commercial for it for the episode that I'm going to be featured in, so that's exciting for the Exit In episode. But Landmarks, the Stages of Country Music, they air on Circle on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. So be sure and check that out. It's about venues from all around the country. So be sure and check that out. I got to go back over to TV now, so give me a second. Hey everybody, welcome back to Opry Live. I'm Natalie Stovall, filling in for Bobby Bones, and I cannot imagine country music without these next two guys. I truly believe they built a bridge between where country music came from and where we are today. Whether you listen to their music from the 80s or their more recent stuff, you'll always hear more than a hint of rock, reggae, and even a little rap, and it's all smoothly blended into their trademark country sound. We've been lucky enough to have them for 46 years and counting. We've been lucky enough to have over 50 albums of their music, and we're lucky enough to have them with us tonight. Here are the Bellamy Brothers.
If I said you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? If I swore you were an angel, would you treat me like the devil tonight? If I was dying of thirst, would your flow of love come quench me? If I said you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? Now we could talk all night about the weather, tell you about my friends out on the coast. I could ask a lot of crazy questions, or ask you what I really want to know. Say, if I said you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? If I swore you were an angel, would you treat me like the devil tonight? If I was dying of thirst, would your flow and love come quench me? If I said you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? The rain can fall so soft against the window, the sun can shine so bright up in the sky. But Daddy always told me, don't make small talk. He said, come on out and say what's on your mind. Say, if I said you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? If I swore you were an angel, would you treat me like the devil tonight? If I was dying of thirst, would your flow and love come quench me? If I said you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? Oh, play it, boys. If I said you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? If I swore you were an angel, would you treat me like the devil tonight? If I was dying of thirst, would your flow and love come quench me? If I said you have a beautiful body, hold it against me? If I said you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? Oh yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Great to be with you guys. Yeah, everybody good? Feeling all right tonight? There's a reason for the sunshine sky. There's a reason why I'm feeling so high. Must be the season when that love light shines all around us. So let that feeling grab you deep inside, century, where your love can't hide and then go stealing through the moonlit nights with your love. She Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love flow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love shine, and you'll know what I mean. Now it's the season. Oh, let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine, and you'll know what I mean. Now it's the reason. Now there's a reason for the warm sweet nights, and there's a reason for the candle lights. Must be the season when those love lights shine all around us. So let that wonder take you into space and lay you under its loving embrace. Just feel the thunder as it warms your face. You can't hold back. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love shine, and you know what I mean. Now it's the season. Oh, let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine, and you know what I mean. Now that's the reason. Oh, let her flow. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show, and you know what I mean. Now it's the season. Oh, let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine, and you know what I mean. Now that's the reason.
Thank you.
Guys, appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Great to be at the Opry. And you know, we've been working on this covers album, and we were sitting around thinking, we need somebody with us to sing this song. What about a really big Hollywood movie star?
Yeah.
Dennis Quaid, come on out.
We found one, yeah.
Dennis. Yeah.
Yes, here I am.
That's just the man for the job.
Yeah, well,
We found him.
This
You ready?
song, well, yeah, this song is a great song. Billy Swan wrote this song, and the Bellamy Brothers call you and ask you to do a song, you better do it.
That's right.
You ready for it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. I can help.
If you got a problem, I don't care what it is. If you need a hand, I can assure you this. I can help. I got two strong arms, I can help. It would sure do me good to do you good. Let me help. Sing it, Dennis.
It's the fact that people get lonely ain't nothing new. But a woman like you, baby, she never had the blues. Let me help. I got some tears for me. Let me help. If you sure do me good to do you good. Let me help. When I go to sleep tonight, you're always a part of my dreams. Holding me tight, telling me everything I wanna hear. Don't forget me, baby. All you gotta do is call. You know how I feel about you. I can do anything at all. Let me help. If your child needs a daddy, I can help. It would sure do me good to do you good. Let me help. When I go to sleep at night, you're always a part of my dreams. Holding me tight, telling me everything I wanna hear. Don't forget, baby, all you gotta do is call. You know how I feel about you. I would do anything at all. Let me help. If a child needs a daddy, I can help. It would sure do me good to do you good. Let me help. If your child needs a daddy, I can help. Bellamy Brothers.
Thank you very much, guys. You guys are great. Good to be back at the Opry. Thank you, Dennis.
The Bellamy Brothers with Dennis Quaid. How awesome was that, you guys? I'm Natalie Stovall, getting to hang out with y'all once again, all of you live streamers from all around here in the United States and all around the world. I've been seeing those comments roll in from a lot of new places tonight that I haven't seen before, but first I got to talk about those guys. How much fun was that? I got to hang out with the Bellamy Brothers earlier. They have the Roy Acuff room, the coveted Roy Acuff dressing room tonight, and they were saying that one of the last times they were here, they had the Bacon Brothers with them. So they just always bring a little bit of Hollywood with them. It's pretty awesome. Now, okay, we have a new show that I want to tell you guys about. I am not aware of this one until this week. I'm very excited about it. This is Big Kenny's Crank It Up Garage. Now, this show, I mean, it's full of adventure. If you like wild inventions involving jet engines, fire, and things that go fast, then you're gonna love this show. I feel like Stefan right now on SNL. Kudos to anybody who gets that reference. But Big Kenny's Crank It Up Garage is on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern and 7:30 p.m. Central on Circle. Every week, Big Kenny shares his discoveries of the most outrageous and incredible inventions. And there's usually a little bit of danger involved, so it's pretty exciting. Now, all right. Here's one of my favorite segments, the Circle Release of the Week. This week is another one that I am a new fan of. I did not know of this young man. His name is Riley Keegan, and the song is Drink for That. Now, this guy has such an incredible story, and this song is pretty amazing. I'm so glad that he finally made the move to Nashville. He's been waiting for a long time. He and his wife sold their house in Cincinnati to fund his EP he released, and he moved to Nashville. And this song is a song that's all about how there's pretty much a drink for every occasion. He talks about a rum and Coke at the Sunset in Mexico. There's a good whiskey for when your team's on, but there's just not a drink to get over you. There's just not a drink ever in the world to be able to get over you. This song is really cool. So be sure and check it out anywhere that you like to stream music. It is so great, and his story is even better. So be on the lookout for Riley Keegan. I'm sure we will be hearing a lot more from him very soon. All right, now it's time for the TV.
June Carter Cash made her final appearance on the Grand.
Welcome back to Opry Live. I'm Natalie Stovall. Now, it's been said that blues music is one of the most powerful vehicles for authentic storytelling. Now, if that's true, then country music is riding shotgun in that vehicle. For as long as there have been strings stretched on the necks of instruments, people have been coming to this town and that circle to sing about heartache and frustration. Most of the time, it's in the form of country music. But tonight, country music's first cousin is in the house, the blues. And that fella right there brings a blues rock gut punch like no other. If you already know him, then you're already excited. And if you don't know him, grab a hold of something sturdy. Here is the Opry debut of Joe Bonamassa.
I'm a victim of absolution. I'm a casualty of life. So bring on a revolution and come in a better time. I'm a part of the rising fall. Couldn't call another time. I'm gonna make the most of what I got. I'm gonna make the most of mine.
thing I ever did.
Thank you very much. I was told to speak for 30 seconds on an open microphone, which is a dangerous thing if you know me. But I will say how wonderful it is to be here at the Grand Ole Opry. What an honor it is for an artist like me to be invited. Thank you very much. And after 15 months of semi-retirement, it is nice to see a crowd of people so nice as you all tonight. Thank you very much. And I will end with this note. I know Nashville has changed a lot. 4 years ago, I moved here from Los Angeles, California. Thank you. And I just want to let you know, if you ever need to put a face on what's wrong with the city right now, you can use my face, because I'm the one that's causing traffic like you've never seen before. So thank you very much. Job is now obsolete. 25 years I'm on the street. Just 'cause you can push your button, one last job on a factory line. Just 'cause you can don't mean you should. Out to the very best, and it was good. Just 'cause you can, don't mean you should. She was a face in the crowd. Neon lights, music was loud. One mistake, whole world changed. How could have caused so much pain? Just 'cause you can, don't mean you should. Out to the very best, and it was good. I'll give it all back if I someone else. Just 'cause you can, don't mean you should. To the very best, and it was good. I'll give it all back if I could. Just 'cause you can. Just 'cause you can, don't mean you should. To the very best, and it was good. I'll give it all back if I could. Just 'cause you can, just 'cause you can, just 'cause you can, just 'cause you can, don't mean you should.
Lighten up the Grand Ole Opry House. Oh my goodness. That was amazing.
Thank you. It was nice to be back.
How do you feel?
Well, like I just won a game show.
Well, you look like $1 million. I'm not one to comment on the clothing, but this suit is stellar.
You know, it takes a, you know, Sears is doing some excellent stuff these days. You just got to go. It's in the activewear section. It's fantastic.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. I don't think if I bought something in the activewear section, it would look like this on me.
No, this was made by Manuel.
I wondered if it was a Manuel.
Here in Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, I know you've played the Opry a number of times with other artists.
Yes.
Right? I know you played with Chase Bryant before.
That was the last time I saw him was here.
Really?
Yeah.
And then a couple other artists too, but this is your first solo Opry debut.
I'm kind of taking it all in because I don't know. I mean, like, are they going to ask me back after that? Who knows? Who knows?
I mean, coming from the blues world, was this on your radar as something that you wanted to check off the bucket list?
Obviously, I would listen to the radio show.
Yeah.
To me, I always thought my music was a little too heavy for this kind of thing. But now that they're kind of
clearly not
doing a different thing with it, it's great. And, you know, like, again, music is the universal language. It's like people, if you go out there with some enthusiasm, it works, you know?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of common ground between blues and country, obviously. And also, this band was on fire getting to play with you.
Well,
that was so much
Carrie's
fun.
a good friend, and I've known a lot of these people. And
Yeah.
it's like, it's the A-team. What can you do?
It really is.
Yeah.
Well, you are the A-team, Mr. Joe
Thank you.
Bonamassa. Can you believe it? Thank you for hanging out.
Hi, Nate.
Hi, Nate. Hello. So, Joe and I have a mutual friend, my very first guitar player that toured with me for a couple of years in college, Mr. Nate Tello. Big old shout out to you. Now, okay, before we get over with this break, I got to tell you guys about another new show on Circle. It's called Dinner Drive with Kyle Petty. Exactly what you'd want to do with Kyle Petty, right? So Kyle has this show on Circle on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. He finds all of his vintage and cool cars and interviews all kinds of fun people. But right now, I got to go back to TV, so deep breath. Whew. Welcome back to Opry Live. Natalie Stovall here, filling in for Bobby Bones. Now, in 2001, these next guys drifted into our lives like a magic carpet. Since releasing I Can Only Imagine, one of the best songs ever, their music has always been a lifeline of hope and inspiration to everyone. I gotta tell you, I don't know how they do it. They've released 16 albums so far, and they're all really, really great, but really different. Their music is always fresh, always vibrant, and always with a profound truth. There's something you can always hang on to after that last note, which is a sign of true artistry. So right now, y'all, here is Mercy Me.
My heart was racing while raising my hand. I was 13, more like 12 and a half. My knees were shaking when I tried to move. I didn't know much, but right then I knew the God of salvation called me out by name, just as I am, like the choir would say. I went up to the preacher, I said, help me to pray. We said our amens, then I heard him say, take it in, don't forget. Today is the day your new life begins. Remember how you feel right now. Oh, that fire in your bones will never let you down. Oh, and come back to the moment whenever your heart aches. Thank the Lord and say, here's to the day that I met grace. Look in the mirror almost every day, trying to find that kid, but my dad's in the way. I need him to know that moment wasn't in vain. Through the highs and lows, I'm still amazed by grace. And those preachers' words, they still resonate. Take it in, and don't forget. Today is the day your new life begins. Remember how you feel right now. Oh, that fire in your bones will never let you down. Oh, and come back to the moment whenever your heart aches. Praise the Lord and say, here's to the day that I met grace.
Well, hello everybody. Once again, Natalie Stovall getting to hang out with you. And how amazing is MercyMe? That was so beautiful. I still feel like I'm on a high from the last couple of artists that have been out here, and getting to talk to Joe Bonamassa was so fun. But it's amazing how quickly these nights go by, and I found myself just now standing on the side of the stage just really taking in MercyMe's music. It is just such a beautiful night here in Nashville, Tennessee at the Grand Ole Opry, and I'm so happy to be here. It's been a minute since I've been here. It's already been, you know, we didn't have the show last week, but I got to watch with you guys, which was really fun and totally different. But I want to make sure that you guys know that Circle is everywhere now, because if you tune in on the live stream, then you're watching on Facebook or YouTube or somewhere like that. But we have Circle in so many different ways now. You can get a hold of it. We talked about the sister channels if you watch the Opry on some of your network stations, but also you can get a hold of us on Xfinity, on Peacock, Roku, Samsung, Vizio, and the Zumo app. So pretty much anywhere you go, you can find Circle somewhere. I bet you can. And you can also get yourself some tickets to one of these Grand Ole Opry shows. Y'all, it still feels like it's brand new that we're all getting to play shows, and it is. I mean, after the year, more than a year that we've all had, it's so amazing to feel the energy every single Saturday night in this room. People are so excited to be here, and we have some amazing shows coming up. We have shows on Tuesday nights, on Friday nights, and on Saturday nights. We've got folks like Little Big Town, Carly Pierce, Lindsay L., Sarah Evans, Lauren Elena, and Jamie Johnson coming up. So be sure and go to Opry.com for some ticket info and come out and join us. Also, did y'all see Carly Pierce got invited to be an Opry member? Did you see that on her Instagram or on the Opry's Instagram? It was the most amazing surprise. It's been one of my favorites that I've ever seen. All right, I'm going to give some shout outs because I have just a little bit of time left. I've not seen anyone say hello from Tokyo. So hello to Mia Ishida in Tokyo. It's like 10 a.m. over there. You're having breakfast. I love that. Oh my gosh, Juan Pablo from Argentina. Hello to Matt Riggin from Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. Fiona Phillips Hamilton from Glasgow, Scotland. All right, good night, y'all. I got to go back to TV. Welcome back to Opry Live. Thanks so much to Chase Bryant, MercyMe, the Bellamy Brothers, and Joe Bonamassa for bringing some serious game tonight. All right, before we turn off the lights, here once again is MercyMe.
I can only imagine it will be like when I walk by your side. I can only imagine what my eyes will see when your face is before me. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Sing it if you know. Surrounded by your glory, what will my heart feel? Will I dance for you, Jesus? Or in awe of you be still? Will I stand in your presence? Or to my knees will I fall? Will I sing hallelujah? Will I be able to speak at all? I can only imagine. I can only imagine. I can only imagine when that day comes and I find myself standing in the sun. I can only imagine when all I will do is forever, forever worship you. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Sing it loud. Surrounded by your glory, what will my heart feel? Will I dance for you, Jesus? Or in awe of you be still? Will I stand
I can only imagine when all I will do is forever, forever worship you. And I can only imagine. This has been a dream come true. Thank you so much. We've waited over a year to do shows, and this is the perfect place to come back and play. Thank you guys so much. Can you sing it? Can you sing? Surrounded by what will my heart feel? Will I dance for you, Jesus? Or in all of you be still? Will I? Or to my knees will I fall? Will I sing hallelujah? Will I be able to speak at all? I can only imagine. Yeah, I can only imagine. I can only imagine when all I do is forever, forever worship you. Let me hear you. I can only. Thank you so much. We know the show's over. Can we do one more? This song is called Say I Won't. Today, it all begins. I'm seeing my life for the very first time through a different lens. Yesterday, I didn't understand. I'm driving 35 with a rocket inside. Didn't know what I had. While I've been waiting to live, my life's been waiting on me. I'm gonna run, no, I'm gonna fly. not enough, is what I've been told. But it must be a lie, 'cause the spirit inside says I'm so much more. So let them say what they want. Oh, I'm dead to try. I'm gonna run. No, I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna know what it means to live and not just be alive. The world's gonna hear, 'cause I'm gonna shout. And I will be dancing when circumstances drown the music out. Say I won't. Say I won't. And say I won't. Say I won't. What I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. So keep on saying I won't, and I'll keep proving you wrong. I'm gonna run. No, I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna know what it means to live and not just be alive. This world's gonna hear. Oh, 'cause I'm gonna share. And I will be dancing when circumstances drown the music out. Say I won't. 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 Thank you so much. God bless. Thanks for making our night. Have a great night. God bless.
Mercy Me, ladies and gentlemen. Terrific. Thank you, gentlemen. And thank you for being with us at the Grand Ole Opry. I'm Mike Terry. Don't forget, next week, WSM, WSMOnline.com, the apps for WSM and the Grand Ole Opry, and Sirius XM satellite radio. Good night, everyone.
This broadcast of the Grand Ole Opry was produced through the facilities of WSM Radio in Nashville, Tennessee. Copyright 2021 Grand Ole Opry, LLC. This program is intended for the private use of our listening audience. Any recording, rebroadcast, or public display without prior written consent of WSM Radio or Grand Ole Opry, LLC is strictly prohibited.